Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's a new day and it's time for a new live session on Facebook and on YouTube. We will continue with the series that we have started earlier on this week. Today, we are going to cover a topic that's extremely interesting for international students, which is the student life in France. This is Mohamed from ESC Claremore, and I have the pleasure to have Daniela and Katia today with me. Hello, Daniela. Hello, Katia.
Hello.
So, if you could start by presenting yourself, Daniela.
Yes. Hello. My name is Daniela Carvajal. I'm from Colombia, and currently I just finished my first year of pre-master at the ESC Business School.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a student that is from Colombia, and we have Katia as well.
Hello, so my name is Katia. I'm 21 and I'm from France. I'm currently in Master 1 in ESC Claremont, and I made an exchange in Brazil at Sao Paulo for 6 months.
Okay, great. And I think, Katia, you're coming originally from French overseas territory, right?
Yes, that's right, from Réunion Island.
Yeah, so as you can see, coming all the way from La Réunion Island and from Colombia to Clermont-Ferrand. So we will really give you with details, with examples about how the student life is through the eyes of our international and French students. So I propose that we start by addressing the questions that we have received from our followers through the social media platforms within the few upcoming seconds. So the first question for Daniela that we have received from Gary, what kind of activities can I do in Clermont?
Thank you. Okay, in Claremont, you can do a lot of activities. For example, in the summer, you can enjoy all the lakes near to Claremont. You can enjoy the chain of volcanoes that is UNESCO heritage. Also, you can enjoy to have a drink in the Place de la Victoire or Place de Yacht. And for example, in winter, you can enjoy the Christmas market. And also, you can go skiing with your friends to Super Best and Mondore.
So natural landscapes, skiing, concerts. There are definitely lots of things to do in Clermont. Okay, that's great. We would just like to remind that if you have any further questions, please go ahead and ask them during the comments section, which is attached to the Facebook event that's going on, or through the YouTube comments section. So we will be happy to address any questions on a real-time basis. So, Katia, we have received another question. So from Taimur, how are French people like, and how is the French culture?
So, like any country, we are welcoming. So, at first, maybe you will have like fear of coming to us and maybe the barrier of language, but don't be afraid. We like peoples and we like knowing stuff that we usually don't know. So, we will like ask a lot of questions. So, just do the same. And for like the culture, we are like have a lot of museum, especially in Clermont, but all the one France. You can go see art concert, um, everything about that. We also have like a great patrimony for food and drinks. So just try everything, every restaurant. We are well known in Clermont for a lot of plates with cheese, but anyway, you can try everything. It's really good. And just ask people, they will get you to the best place to eat and to try. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things to do and see, not especially just in Clermont, but all around France. So just come ahead and see.
Okay, great. So yeah, so cultural offer, gastronomy, food, cheese, wine,
Yes.
museums. So that definitely France is a very rich country, and traveling abroad also is not just about the studies, of course, but it's important to have students benefit from all this offer that exists. Okay, Daniela, we have received another question from Emily, who's asking, how do I meet people over there? Because I know that you're very much involved, you and Katia, in the student life. So how do you manage to meet new people coming not just from France, but from everywhere else?
Yes, so here in Claremont, you can do you can go to a lot of concerts and activities. So this is the way to know people, to talk, to decide to commence to start a conversation. So, for example, you can go to the cooperative of May. They do an after work every first Thursday. So this is the moment that you can see also all the students in Claremont. And also the school with the associations, they organize activities every weekend. So, and also in the whole week. So you can come and you can start to talk with everyone, with the French people, and then you can have friends in your class, in the school, and in the city.
And you do meet people from everywhere, right? You have many countries that are present on the campus, and Clermont is also a very active international student city. It's not just people from France, but you are able to meet people from France itself and people from everywhere.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, excellent. We received a question from Michael that I'd like to address to Katia. Does the school schedule allow for someone to travel around France and even Europe?
Yes, I know a lot of friends who came to France and didn't know anything. So, like, you have classes from Monday to Friday, and sometimes you don't have classes on Friday afternoon. So you can go early, and like on weekends, you can go near Clermont. So you can go to big city like Lyon or even in the south of France to Montpellier. So you can really have time to visit on like 2 or 3 days, depending on your um, time. And then on holidays you have the time to go all around Europe, on train or by flight, however you choose, and you really can like do a lot of things. I know a lot of friends who went like on a week to Barcelona, and then they do all the rest of Spain. They also went to Lisbon, and on another holiday they went to Germany. So you really are like free to do, and it's easy, and it's not really expensive from Clermont to move around.
And you have lots of cheap offers, right? Like Ryanair, they have connections, destinations, even direct flights going from Clermont to Lisbona, like you said, to various other cities, and even the bus connections. So Flixbus, there are cheap offers, and you have direct connections from Clermont to so many other cities. So I think this is a big advantage, that the prices are also very much affordable, and students are able so to travel. And Daniela, did you have this experience of traveling so to some other countries while you were there, perhaps in Europe?
Yes, for example, the new flights in the here in Clermont in the airport, it's a direct flight to Portugal. So it's I went with my friends. So it's a direct flight. So you need to only to take the bus 10 from the city center to go to the airport here in Claremont, and it only costs €2, and then you can enjoy the weekend with your friends. Also, there is a Flixbus that has a directly traject from Claremont to Barcelona, and also from Claremont to Milan. So real Clermont is located in the center of France, so we can go to the beach in 3 hours, and we can go to Paris also in 3 hours. So really Clermont, it's very good to travel and to you can move easily in all the country, and also when you have the visa you can travel in all space Schengen. So really with my best friends here at the school we traveled a lot, and it's an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's important to mention that the visa that you're going to get, the French visa, is going to provide you with this right of traveling to more than 20 plus countries for tourism without needing to go to the embassies. And it's a very rich experience to get to travel around because sometimes you have long weekends, you have lots of holidays also in France. So it's a very unique opportunity. And how about moving on to the second part of the question, Daniela? Michael was asking about accommodation. Is it
Yes.
easy to find accommodation in Claremore?
Yes, ESC works with a company called Moversia. So Moversia help all the students to find a house. They will ask you about your budget, about the distance between the school or between the city center, what you prefer, the size, and then they will send you a pictures. So even if you are far away, you can have all of this help. And I have a good news. This help is completely free because it's the school that pay. Also, the school works with some residents. One of them is next city. It's only 5 minutes walking from the school. So imagine you can live really near, and also the school is in the city center. So it's a very good point for you. And also the school pay the inscription fees, so it's an advantage for you.
Yeah, so accommodation, there is absolutely no panic because it's a very big question that students also ask a lot and they get worried about that. So, as Daniela said, we have lots of support that is there to help you find the best accommodation within your budget. Okay, so Katia, moving on to now we have seen okay how easy it is to travel around inside Europe. How about in Clermont itself? Do you need a car or can you manage everything by foot?
Uh, Personally, I never use a car. I only did it only on foot or like with transportation like bus or the tram. It's easily traveling around Clermont. Like you can basically all the thing in the center. You can do it by foot. I live near the school, so I like never take the bus, never take the tram. I'm like every 10 minutes away of everything you need, so that's really cool and helpful. You use less money, so that's good. And also if you want, you can go on other part of the city. You can use the tram, it's really well deserved, so you can go everywhere, and the bus also. So basically you can do everything without a car, and even if you want to go to other city, you won't need to use a car. As Daniela said, you can go to the airport by bus. You can meet on points to get on BlaBlaCar. This is really useful to travel around France. So you never gonna need to use a car if you don't have it. It's really fine.
Yeah, it's really cool just to be able to walk around wherever you want to go. Train station, to the train station, you can go
Yes,
on
you can.
foot.
You, yes,
The
and
majority of
at
the places you can really manage through public transportation or by uh, using the bicycle as well.
yes, also bicycle is free. I think like for students it's free. It's the Clermont City who pay for you. So you just have to go on the app and ask what they want, and then you have a code, then you use every time and how many as you want. It's really fine and it's really great.
Yeah, and it's environment friendly also.
Also. Yeah.
Uh, and how about the supermarkets and the restaurants, things like that? Is it easy for you to find things around the campus and in the neighborhood that you're living in?
Yes, as I said, I live like across the street of the school, so it's really easy for me. And like down the street, you have like a little supermarket, and if you want to go a bit above, you have a bigger one. And like outside of the city, if you want, you can go by bus or by the tram, like the huge supermarket, and you can like shop for anything. So you can find supermarket everywhere. So it's really cool if you want to do like huge grocery or just a little bit just for 2 days. And for like restaurants, there's restaurants everywhere, so just across the street. You can have fast food, you can have like a Thai restaurant, an Indian restaurant, you can have French restaurant, so everything everywhere, and it's super easy, and sometimes it's super cheap too, so yeah.
Yeah, and they always have offers for the students, right? I know even
Yeah.
McDonald's, they have a proper menu just for like the sake of the students.
Yes, and all the restaurants, I think like if you show you ID of the school, they give you like sometimes free stuff with it, or like a menu with everything, and it's less than 10 euros. And at McDonald's, it's even less than 5 sometimes. So yeah, it's really great.
Okay, great. And moving on to another point of focus, the French language. We have received many questions, even throughout the different live sessions that we have organized before. Um, how easy is it to learn French, Daniela? Because I know that you speak
Mhm.
very good French now. You're able to communicate without any issue. So how was the experience for you learning, another foreign language?
Yes, yes. For example, for that, I decided to do my master in 100% in French, so that helped me a lot. And also, when I knew that I wanted to come here in France, I start to learn because I think it's a process. It's not easy, but it's a challenge that you can do. So my advice is like speaking in French is very important here if you want to find a stage, if you want to find an internship, if you want to find an alternate to get in the culture. So I think when you want to do something at the end, you can do it. So it's the best part of living here is that you can communicate with all the people.
Great. So as Daniela said, as you can see, we have uh, courses that are partially taught in French or even entirely, but we remind you that all our courses, whether the undergraduate level or the postgraduate level, they are offered 100% in English. But there are some people as motivated as Daniela who really want to improve their French, so they decide to challenge themselves and take it one step further in order to really be immersed in a French management course. But yeah, it's really up to you, of course. Sometimes we have also people coming from French speaking countries, they prefer to do the courses partially in French. But yeah, as you can see, it's not just people from French speaking country because Daniela is coming from a Spanish speaking country. Yet she said that she chose herself a course that is partially or entirely taught in French. But yeah, language is very important. It's going to help you make friends. It's going to help you discover the culture in a better way. It's going to help you communicate with the people. It's going to help you find a job. Even if you enroll in the English taught business courses, you still have many hours per week as French courses that are part of the study curriculum and without an extra fee. We would like to remind you that the live is still going on and we are receiving questions in direct, so please go ahead with it. I think Daniela wants to add something.
That, for example, my best friends at the school are from Lebanon, from Italy, and Spain, and they have classes all in English, but every week they have lessons in French. So now, when we go out, we talk with the people, and they improve her own French. So this is important, and you can have all of this here in the school. It's for free every week with a teacher. So it's a good opportunity also to learn the language.
Okay, excellent. Moving on to another question that was asked by Michael. It's regarding the opening of the French bank account. Is it possible to set up a French bank account before getting to France as an international student?
Yes, the school works also with BNP Paribas, so you can have your French account. You only need to have some papers that also the school will give you, and your visa and your passport. So it's really easy. It's like in 1 week you can open. So don't worry about that. And also the school, if you open the account in the BNP Paribas in this bank, you can have 100 euros. So this thing is very good because after that you can go, you can buy whatever you want.
So as you have seen, Michael, it's relatively easy to open a bank account. As Daniela said, we will help you with this process. Moversia will, the partner company that we talked about before, is going to help you with all the paperwork, setting up the meeting with the branch manager, everything that you might need, and it's a process that's not at all complicated. However, you just need to first arrive in France in order to open it because there are signatures that are involved and you can't do it before coming. It's a must to have also a permanent address. So you have to find first accommodation, and then after finding the permanent address where you will be staying throughout your study duration, we can help you out with the process. And as Daniela said, there are lots of financial advantages also. I think it's one of the few countries in the world. If you open a bank account, they give you some sort of like a coupon, 80 euros or 100 euros as a credit of being just a new customer to them. So I think we still have time to take more questions. So if you have something that's coming up, please go ahead with it. You are having really transparent and very useful information right from our students who have lived the experience and, like we agreed, who have come from places that are very far from Claremore. So we have received a question from Darlington that I would like to address regarding also accommodation and visa. It's saying, so, okay, it's related to the accommodation certificate, which is required by the embassies worldwide. In fact, so when you are admitted into the school and when you confirm your enrollment, we issue this accommodation certificate. So confirming that the school will handle accommodation reservation for you. So the majority of the embassies worldwide do accept this sort of document as a proof, since, like we said, we are having this company that's going to work with you in order to find accommodation. But after all, you have to, of course, keep the regular contact with Moversia in order to finally reserve the accommodation where you will be staying. So I'm checking if there are any other questions that are there. We would like to remind you, if you have further questions, so please go ahead with it. Something else that we had prepared from before, or what, going back to the questions that we had already been asked, that I'd like to address, so to Katia. How about professional experience? Is it easy to find, for example, an internship or a job? You already talked about so going abroad to Brazil and obtaining international experience, which is of course very positive. So perhaps you can tell us, was it related to the school, this experience? And beside the international experience, how about the professional side?
For the abroad experiences, I like try to tell everyone if they can go to do so, because it's really great and you like learn a lot of stuff about the country, the culture, other people, but also a lot of things about yourself. So it is really a good thing, and for just not for you but also like for your experiences and what you want to do next, it will help you to choose and to have a job and an experience after that. And for the to find a job, especially in France, you can find it easily. Like the school will help you, and you also like have a job board to find uh, employment on it. They will post offer from every enterprise, but it is more easy for you to find a job if you speak French, or at least understand French. So you'll need to like learn and process French at school. But like as we said, ESC will provide you courses, so it will be great. And then you can apply, and it's gonna be easy, and it's gonna be like a plus for you, but also for them, because you will be like an international student, so we'll have another point of view, other experiences. You will speak other languages that they might be find useful for them. So don't worry about finding a job, or like after even school, if you want to stay in France to work, you can also do that. It's really easy. After you find a job, you just have to change your visa, and it's really easy to do so. And as we said, the school, your friends, and also the company will help you.
Excellent. And I think, Daniela, you have obtained also professional experience within the school itself throughout the duration of the summer, right?
Yes, that's true. I found my internship here at the school in Admisibles. So it's a really good experience because me as an international student, I can show my culture, show all my experience before. So that's what I say before. It's important to talk, to speak French, because I communicate with my boss and with my friends and colleagues in French, but also sometimes we need the English for the posts, for the Instagram, so for communicate to the international students. So that's when can I can see the importance of also the multicultural experience for the school, for the companies, and also for me. So if you are an international student, don't worry. You can have a work here. You can also dream in have a work here in an alternance. So it depends everything in you, in your motivation. So there is a lot of opportunities everywhere. So it depends of you to come and take it.
Okay, great. So as you can see, it's all really positive. It's all very reassuring. But of course, when it comes to the language, we expect you to also do an effort from your side, which is the same case for Daniela. As we said in one of the live sessions before, some opportunities as internships and professional experience exist in English mainly or entirely. But if you speak French and if you do the effort to improve, it really significantly improves your chances of finding something, whether an internship or a job contract in France later on. Moving on to something which is not necessarily related to the student life, but which is, of course, relevant question that students are wondering whether courses are going to start online or in campus. As we have said before during one of the live sessions, so just to mention it briefly to Yusuf, for now, the instructions that we have from the French ministry is that we would be able to start welcoming the students in September. We have this right, welcome people in our campus. And international students are very much welcome to come. And this is why there was a decision taken by the government to start providing student visas to international students starting from the 1st of July. And those student visas will be treated on a priority basis. So embassies, we expect embassies worldwide to start opening, as well as Campus France also, to start opening starting from the 1st of July, and to start really helping you with all the administrative preparations. However, of course, we don't know what's going to happen 3 months from now, but I'm speaking about the situation of today itself. In all cases, we are prepared to eventually use this way of teaching online in case there is a need. So in case, for example, there is, we don't hope it's going to be the case, but in case there is a second wave, or in case there are travel restrictions coming up, then in this case, we would use this online mixture of online teaching and on-campus courses. So I think we only have time now to take so the last question that we received from Mohamed Fahim. It's related to the part-time jobs and what else, living expenses and the visa. So how about part-time jobs, Katia? Is it easy to find, for example, a job, let's say as a babysitter or an office job that is only for like a part-time basis, or a restaurant or whatsoever?
Yes, as for myself, I did it, so I know for sure you can. And it's really easy, like on September or the end of August, you're gonna see a lot of offers from employees online, like it can be on Facebook, on their page, and so on. And you just apply, and it's really easy, like they manage with your classes. So basically, it's after school, so it can be like, as I said, Friday afternoon if you don't have classes, or like after like we have classes until 5 p.m. So you can start at 5:30 if you want, and so on. Usually people do like 12 hours per week, but you can do more if you want, and it's really easy and to find a job and to manage with your classes, and like the teacher are really fine with it as long as you do your job and you are coming to class, everyone, and the school also is really fine, so there's no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're able to really manage between all of that, then it's extremely fine. Like I know, Katia, you managed to be part of a student association and to also be in the courses and to have like the part-time job. So
Yes,
that's why we are providing clear examples of people, of success stories, people who are able, to manage with those many things.
yes, as long as you are organized, it's gonna work fine.
Yeah. Okay. The second part of the question from Mohammed, which is related, so to live the living costs, Daniela, approximately how much do you need per month in order to, let's say, to handle living in Clermont?
Yes, approximately, I think 500 is, I think, the rent, and then it depends of you, if you travel a lot, about if you're going out a lot. But I think all is like almost maximum 800. So I think because also, as Katia say, Claremont is not expensive, so that's good for you if you want to do saving and save the money to travel. So I think, for example, that's what I do, and it's very good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, on average, let's say it costs between 550 and 800 euros per month. It's really depending on also, of course, your own expenses, whether you're gonna travel or go to the restaurants all the time. And you have the right to apply for like an accommodation grant, right, Daniela?
Yes, France is an amazing country because the government give you a fund every month to pay the rent. So you need to apply. It's a process, but they calculate about the size of your apartment, about how much do you pay, but and also they ask you about some documents, but here at the school we can help you with everything. So also is a really good help to continue saving, and you can use to travel or help your family in the coast.
Yeah, so as you can see, France is a very generous country that provides you with an accommodation grant. I think it's one of the few countries in the world that's offering this possibility for international and for French students as well. Okay, so it's been very interesting, very engaging, and it's been amazing. So to have your views on so many things that are not necessarily easy to find on the web. That's why it's really interesting for our students to really uh, like see how things work from a student perspective. So within a very few seconds, Katia and Daniela, if you have any recommendation to provide to people who are coming to Claremore in order to make the best out of their experience?
Yes, I guess what I just enjoy yourself, be organized, do everything, and don't hesitate to ask like the school to help you on anything. That's why we are here for. The students, even the people in your class, like they're gonna help you in anything you want, just to like give you the time to enjoy, even more friends and so on. So just yeah, come and enjoy.
Okay, my word is amazing. It's an amazing opportunity to come here. Really, Claremont is a really beautiful city. So don't worry, like as Katia say, enjoy, come and enjoy. And also don't think about anything, only enjoy and work in yourself.
So enjoy. That's the keyword. Definitely, it's gonna be an experience that's gonna change your life and that you're gonna enjoy. Uh, so I think that's about it. I'd like to thank you so much, Daniela and Katia, for being here today and for sharing your experience of life in France. And all of us, the three of us, we would really like to thank everyone who's followed us today during this live session. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Bye.
We wait for you here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are waiting for you in France. And within half an hour, exactly a bit less, we are gonna start with the next live session. We're gonna be focusing more on the programs this time, and we're gonna be discussing about the MSc in strategy and design for the Anthropocene. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.